So you are making a portfolio and you're trying to figure out how to go about it. So typically in a portfolio, you have your main page, but then you have like examples of projects, right? So you'll have, I don't know, maybe one project showing how you can do CSS, another one maybe shows how you can do a Vue project or a React project or whatever. And how do you have to contain these projects inside your portfolio? Um, that's kind of weird because if you have a React or Vue component example project or whatever, it's kind of its own thing. It doesn't really make sense to do that inside of your portfolio site in terms of your code. So it's just, yeah, it gets really confusing. How do you go about it? It'd be a lot better if you had each one of your projects as its own thing, because it is its own thing. And then you just gave them all different URLs, and then you just linked to them, right? And you can do this using different services. You could, if it's just a static site, you could use an S3 bucket. You could use Firebase hosting. Maybe you would want to look into Heroku or DigitalOcean. I know they have all kinds of options for you. But Zeit is a pretty good option too. So I'm going to show you how to accomplish this with Zeit Now. So just to show you what I got set up here, I have my portfolio. And I'm going to push that up. So I'm going to do now. It's going to do its thing. And then I'm going to alias it. So we'll do now alias to Gary S. Jennings blog.xyz. Okay, great. So then if I go to Gary S. Jennings blog.xyz. Okay, awesome. So I got my portfolio. Now I also have my project 1, which is just this, and my project 2. So we're going to pretend that these are like really awesome things that I want to show. So I'm going to go into CD project 1, and I'll just deploy that. Okay, and then if I check that out, there's my project 1. So I don't necessarily want to put associated domain with this because this is just an example, but I already have a URL right here. So this is all I need. So I'm just going to copy this, go to my portfolio, and I'm just going to make an A tag project 1. Okay, so now I'm going to cd into project 2 and deploy that. Okay, and let's check out project 2. It has its own URL. It's its own project. There we go. So I'm going to do that. Project 2. And so I don't need project 1 or 2 to be inside my portfolio project at all. They're completely separate because they are separate projects, right? Okay, so I've updated my portfolio. So now I'm going to go back and cd into port. There we go. And I'm going to now that. And now alias to Gary S. Jennings blog.xyz. Okay, so let's check out my site. Okay, awesome. So I got project 1, project 2. I click on it. I go to a completely different URL, a completely different project, has nothing to do with this portfolio project at all. And this is really nice. That means this can be have its own CSS files, its own JavaScript files, have its own, Babel or Webpack configuration, its own everything, right? Because it is a completely different project. So that is how I would do my portfolio. And I think it's a really good way to do it. So hopefully this is helpful. And yeah, good luck.